Hey, it's me, John Cena Sr., and today I've got a special guest in my kitchen. Bill Merrill, one of the guys that I met down at Two Guys Cigar Shop, and we both love the same things. Just saw me checking the ribs. But today we got two episodes. One's going up, and the other one's going to follow it. Bill and I are going to show you how easy it is to make rubs. You can buy them, but it's so much easier to make them. So Bill and I are going to show you how to do that. Episode 2 you don't want to miss. Everybody said to me, love those ribs. Well, guess what? We're going to show you how to make beef and pork ribs, and we've got some cooking in there now, so you're going to get to see the finished product. So you know what? I guess it is time for me and Bill to catch up in the kitchen with John Cena Sr. Right now, we're going to get rid of these and put them right over here because Bill and I are going to make our own rubs. All right, Billy, you want to go up first? Or you want me to take off here?
Sure. I mean, we got everything all pre-measured here, make things nice and efficient. And I have to say, I just found these bags at Market Basket. They have little measuring lines right in there up to a cup. I think it's fantastic. That's the secret.
I like those. Hey, Market Basket a plug. Maybe we'll get some free hamburger. You never know.
So, real simple. Most rubs start with sugar. This is dark brown sugar.
How much?
3/4 of a cup.
3/4 of a cup of dark brown sugar.
Dark brown sugar. Then we've got 3/4 of a cup.
Here, I'll take that from you.
Of
I'm just going to use them again. Hell with them, right?
plain old regular white sugar.
White sugar. How much? 3/4 of a cup of white sugar.
All right. Okay. A little more than half a cup of smoked paprika.
Oh, smoked paprika.
Yeah,
Mine has regular. That's
yeah.
good. All right, this will be great.
It smells fantastic.
It smells fantastic.
Very,
All right.
Very, very good.
Does it smell like an old cigar? Gabe Garofalo will love that one, right? We got all kinds of cigars. This week we got rub.
Tell everyone you have an audience out here
We
today.
have an audience out there today. As always,
Besides
hi
me.
Moniz. How are you,
Hi,
dear?
Moniz.
Yep.
Hi.
We'll give you the poll and you can work the camera. So, and then there's my buddy Phil, Big Phil. When I heard he was coming to the cook here to be in the kitchen with John Cena Sr. or catching up, I said, well, he said, well, I'm going to stay and have a few ribs. I had to butcher a cow. That's how much food Phil really eats. Yep.
It's a
Nice
true
guy.
story.
Yeah, it is a true story, isn't it? Yep, they won't let him back in the buffets anymore. All right, what else you got there, Bill?
So everything else is 2 tablespoons.
2
We've got,
tablespoons.
garlic powder.
Yep.
We've got some rosemary.
Oh, rosemary.
One of my favorites.
Fancy.
Going to go down there and try this one, Ace? You going to be on camera?
The
Oh,
recipe calls for ground rosemary. It's very tough to find, so I have to figure out if my coffee grinder will actually work.
I tell you what I'll do with mine. What I do with mine, I have a little grinder in there. It's Cuisinart. It has chop and grind. Put it right in there. It'll do a great job.
It'll do for
It'll
some
grind it
small,
right up.
real
Yep, you lit it
small.
with powder. Yep.
Fantastic.
No, that's not good.
Black pepper.
How much?
Everything else is 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons. What do we got here?
Oh, that's
That's your secret ingredient? What's that?
Uh-oh.
That's all right. I'll tell you what it is. But we're not going to tell them, right? What's
That's-
that? That's onion and garlic powder?
Oh, that's okay. That's the secret ingredient. All right, you're right. That was dry. That was garlic powder, or that was onion powder. This is garlic powder. Same thing. 2 tablespoons.
Bill's a champion smoker, by the way. You got to see this guy's brisket. And by the way, folks, while he's putting this concoction together, first, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's important. Secondly, Bill and I have come up with an idea. How would you like to see chicken wings? And I bet you never heard of pig's wings. How would you like to see us do a show on that? Then maybe a show on brisket. So I'll tell you what, if you would, in the comment section, don't hesitate. Let us know, right, Bill?
Absolutely.
And Bill and I are going to be working on a cookbook called Just Q, Old Fashioned New England Barbecue. So if that's something you'd like to see come to fruition, don't forget, put it down the bottom of the comments. We all mixed up now?
We have the secret ingredient. This is the good
Sawdust?
Exactly.
Sawdust. There you go. All
Okay, you
right.
figured it
Okay.
out.
I got to have my
It's not a
coffee.
secret anymore.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Probably tell me
And
you
my
have to kill me,
coffee's
right?
down there. I'd like some.
Exactly. That is actually ground ginger, and you wouldn't believe it.
Ooh.
It's very strong, like on its own, but mixed in with this, it just adds a nice little kick. Not a heat kick, but a nice little tang.
Nice. That sounds yummy.
Well, You guess what I figured out? Now we're going to find some place. Oh, you know what? No, we're going to save that. You want to put your rub in this or when it's all made? Want to do this?
Rib rub.
Bill's rib rub.
Save that. I'll put mine in there. How's that?
Maybe put it in that so you can dump it into that nice without it going off to the sides.
Another suggestion for
You
Heloise
know,
Luff.
you put
Okay,
it-
here we go. That's it.
Put it in and then you squeeze
Yeah, I
it
wonder
like
what
a
that's
little,
going to cost me.
you know.
All right. While he's doing that, folks, you know what? This guy is awesome. Meathead. He has a book that can't be beat. I just want to let you know. If you want to know the basics and then some great recipes, please pick this book up. Some of the rubs that Bill and I are making come right out of his book. But what we've done, and I'm going to do the same rib rub that Bill has just done, except I altered mine. So we're going to talk about what you do with rubs. Do you follow the recipe? Do you just make it your own? What do we have fun doing? So Meathead, a good book. I got a couple of other good books, and as Monique would say, how many books do you need? Anyway, what's that? What are you pointing to? We don't need the light on, do we, Mo? Oh, look at, I thought you had to go to the bathroom. Anyway, this is a great book. This book is by Stephen Rochlin, and it's The Brisket Chronicles. It has everything, and I mean everything you want to know about brisket, and who can ever forget about Weber? Weber's Smoke and American Barbecue. Two great books. If you get a chance, pick them up. If you're really into the smoking, talk to Bill and I.
That was 3 books.
Look at
by
that.
the way.
I'll tell you one thing, John. You have the Weber book. I am a Weber fan.
A Weber fan.
A Weber fanboy, if you would call it. I'm very much. I have 3 smokers. 2 of them are Webers. I absolutely love them.
Well, I have one smoker, and it's
Oh, it's
my
beautiful.
Yoder YS 640, and I'll tell you what, it's a tank. It's a tank.
It has
Thank
its own
you,
license
Yoder.
number.
What's
I'm
that,
very
Mo?
envious.
It has its own license number.
It has its own serial number,
Oh, whatever.
and the date it was manufactured. That's very good, Mo.
I'm very envious.
I'm telling you, from somebody.
It's a nice piece of machinery.
Well, thank you, thank you. I just know if Mo gives me any bologna, I'll tell her to go inside and clean it and just close the lid.
I wish I could fit in there.
You could almost fit in there, Mo, I think.
Aw,
see?
thank you,
It's your buddy
Bill.
Bill. This is your buddy Bill. So now, what will we use this rub for?
This is pretty generic. You can use it on a lot of things. Pork ribs is the main thing I would use this on. You can use it on beef ribs. Heck, you can use it on any kind of pork, really. Beef, for me, I prefer to be strong and black pepper forward. It's very, but for pork and stuff that has a lighter flavor,
Yeah.
definitely this is.
All right, how about I try one? So I'm going to be a little different than you. I just dropped my Sharpie. Pick that right up. You know, I said to people before, you don't necessarily have to follow the cookbook. I kind of just borrow things. One day I was in a bind. I needed to do a smoked prime rib. Didn't have any beef rub. So let me tell you what I did. I took 1 cup of Montreal steak seasoning, 2 tablespoons of garlic and onion powder, 2 tablespoons of oregano, 1 tablespoon of pepper. This is called Quick Beef by John Cena Sr. Very simple, same thing Billy did. Dump it in a bowl. Stir it all up.
You can see the Montreal seasoning for sure. It's
Yeah, it
nice
gives a
and hearty.
great flavor.
Nice and hearty,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And you know what I do when I do a prime rib? People kind of laugh. I get it on the bone. I'll take that piece out, take this rub, and I rub every prime rib with olive oil. Olive oil and a little bit of real garlic. Put that in, tie that back up, put your rub in there, and I'll tell you what, put that in your smoker, you get a crisp crust,
Rub-a-dub-dub.
and it comes out perfect medium rare. Does it, Bo?
Yes.
See that? There you go. So now what I'll do, Bill, is we'll put it back in the bag. See?
Oh, look at that. We got some natural
You got another
light.
rub you might want to do, Bill?
Well, I just talked about the beef rub,
Yep.
and the simplest rub out there for beef, and I use it on just about every kind of beef I do, briskets especially, is
Yep.
it's 2 parts coarse grind black pepper, 1 part salt, coarse green salt, and a half a part of garlic.
Do you wanna make it?
Regular garlic. Sure.
Do you want to make it? Let's let him see it.
Sure.
Because I cheated. I did the cheat. So sometimes when you got to save time and money, don't forget, Bill's gone now. He'll be back in a
I
second.
walked right through
Right
it.
now is, what does that kid
That's
say?
okay.
You can't see him.
No, I think we can see him.
I think we can say about it.
John.
Ah, John, here we go. Go ahead.
Remember, we have open casting calls for
A
film
camera
man.
person?
Yeah, yeah. Or woman. Or woman.
Woman? Yeah, I said person, didn't I?
Person. I said
See,
man.
Yeah, well, see,
I
you just
know.
don't understand.
Cancel me.
What do you got, Bill?
All right. So I get this 16 mesh black pepper. It's really coarse grain.
Where do you get that?
I got it online. I think I got it right at probably Amazon maybe. And just yeah, it's called Lanes. That's what they do. That's pretty much all they do. Black
Pepper?
16 mesh black pepper.
16 mesh. You can also get your stuff at All Things Barbecue. HEBQ.com. Okay, let's do it.
All right. So you don't have any measured things out here, so we're just.
Whoa, you want to get them? You want measuring things? We don't have to. I'll tell you what. How much black pepper you need?
I'll get it for you.
So no. So what we'll do?
No, we
is-
don't need it. We
what
don't
we'll
need
do
it.
is
Okay.
it's easy enough. Like I said, this rub is very simple. It's 2 parts, 1 part and a half a part. So there's 1. This is gonna make a lot of rub.
That's
There's
going to light
2.
you right up, too. I can see that. Is
Nice.
it spicy?
Not at all, but with the barbecue, it's for the beef. It's a brisket can take a lot of. It can take one
Okay.
Oh, I could
This-
smell it from
this would
here.
be-
Delicious.
half.
No, I didn't shower.
No, no, no. I
Oh.
smell the herbs. I really do.
So
The
this, so
seasoning.
this is about half.
Half of that.
You think?
What is
So
that?
that's a
Garlic
half.
or onion?
Ooh.
Garlic.
Granulated garlic.
Oh, granulated garlic. So that's
Granulated.
equivalent to almost cloves of garlic, yes?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So half a portion of that,
Okay.
and then 1 full portion of this. So
And what-
2, 1
This
half.
is the rib we just made.
That's it. That is how simple that is. 2, 1 and half.
Oh, my little things.
Let me see if we can put this right in here for you. Make some little beef ribs. How's that? Oh, yeah. Whatever you need to use, go right ahead. All gonna fit in one. Look at that. I'll give you a cover.
Huh.
Fantastic. Look at that.
And remember, folks, we make these rubs, make sure they're put in tight pack. A lot of times what I'll do when I make them is I'll put saran wrap or that plastic film over the jar, then turn the cover over because it will definitely save you. So you know what? I thought about this. So now all we do, so we know what's in there, because Monique likes to go through stuff, and usually it isn't what she thinks it is. So we're just gonna do this, and we're gonna put beef rub. Bill's beef rub.
I love the blue painted tape. It's a good time.
Well, you know, I did it just for you, Phil.
Love you, man.
After all, Phil's the man. Phil's the man. So now, let's have some more fun, because you know what? I think Billy and I could do this all day. Well, we don't have time for that. So let's do this. Let's do some quick. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It's going to be so quick and easy. I decided that let's do some chicken. So let's take one of these. There we go. So what did I do for the chicken? I just made it real simple and easy. 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 1.5 teaspoons of dried thyme, 1 teaspoon or tablespoon of oregano, onion, coriander, black pepper, and I put 3 tablespoons of Toronado sugar in here. So now we just take it.
You got a lot of interesting things in there. Like you've got the thyme in there. What was the other one? I think you said-
Oregano, there's minced onion in there, there's the Toronado sugar in there. It's just, I decided, and believe me when I tell you this, what's a rub? Anything you want it to be. You don't have to follow any recipe. It's whatever tastes good and makes whatever you're cooking taste good too. So there you go. You got another one you want to do, Bill?
True.
If not, I got a couple more we can play with.
Let's go right through these.
Right through, you want to go right through them? All right, let's do this one. Want to mock that one? I'll tell you what. Want to mock that one chicken? Chicken, as they say in France. Chicon. You have chicon? Okay, so let's see. What can I do? This is the beef rub. That one's already done. That's a quick prime rib. Tell you what, I found a rub. Found a rub here, and I found it somewhere else. Excuse me. A lot of people say it ain't never going to work. Well, I'm going to tell you something. As they say, if you're all cooking steaks, you definitely got to try this cowboy coffee rub for your steak. Ever tried it?
I don't think so.
Well, okay, so let's make it easy. I don't really don't want to pour it in the bowl because we're going to pick up flavors, but I will if you want. So what I have in here is, and I've done, you can tell, a triple recipe of this. A triple recipe. Not a single, a triple. So what we have in there is, the original recipe is 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of ground coffee, good coffee, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of crushed black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of light Ternado sugar and pepper, and it yields about 2.5 tablespoons. And let me tell y'all, this is good. Just that little recipe is good for 6 steaks. And my favorite steak obviously has to be what?
Probably ribeye.
It's the best steak in the world. So now there you go. And if you don't think it works, let me tell you, you got to try it. You just have to try this.
No,
The audience disagrees.
very interesting with the coffee. That's oh wow. Yeah, that smells good. You can smell the cinnamon. That smells.
And you know what? I'm gonna quote, if I may, and not get in trouble with Mr. Meathead. I'm gonna tell you right now. He said he didn't think it'd work, but it does. And I'm gonna tell you, it does. Try this cowboy rub. Now let's do just a simple rib rub, because I think you and I are both on the same page. So I did the same thing you did, except I kind of just made it a little bit different. So we have 3/4 cup of white sugar. And then I just kind of mixed everything together. I used garlic powder, granulated garlic. I used black pepper, 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons of ground ginger, which you gotta have when you do the rub.
Really?
You have to do it. You gotta do it.
It makes a difference. It's
I didn't
crazy.
know he used
2
ginger.
tablespoons of onion
Interesting.
powder and minced onion, not what you did. 2 tablespoons of crushed rosemary, and it works if you put it in that little machine. And 1/2 cup of regular paprika. Bill likes that smoked stuff. That's because we all, me, Bill, and Phil, the big guy behind the camera with Moniz, they're both having one of those, cocktail
not.
things.
We don't-
and
no
Moniz and Phil are
cocktails.
smoking cigars.
Cigar
but it's
and
all right.
coffee.
We'll do that later.
Really?
So here we go. Hear that from Mo? I'm gonna get her a T-shirt that says "Really, really, really." And then in this one, it's pretty simple. We just kind of went down to the basics, and this is the same as you did, sir. It's 3/4 cup of dark brown sugar. But what am I trying to prove? I'm trying to prove that I took the same recipe that Bill did, and I just made it my own. Make it your own. And people say, "Well, I don't know if it's going to taste good or not." You know what you do? You make it, you try it. And if you screw up, who knows? Nobody but you. Everybody's going to think it's wonderful, and then just refine it. So today, I hope you've had some fun. Today, I hope, Bill, you've had some fun with me.
Absolutely. This has been fun.
Because today, it's all about rubs. And hang in, because after this episode, we're getting into episode 2 of barbecue, which will be 2 weeks after this one goes up, maybe 3. So get ready. If you like ribs, and I mean ribs, we're going to show you how to do beef and
Ooh.
pork. So get ready. It's time for Q. You know what it's time for right now? I think it's time for you and I to get ready. So why don't we go in the kitchen and let's get ready to have some Q. Because I don't know about you, but somebody's going to rub my meat.
Yay, great show. Right, Phil? Great
That's
show.
awesome.
Stuff.